We are in the Beaches neighborhood of Toronto. We're in a single family home where we completed a main floor renovation. The space when we got here was very dated. The main floor was very closed off. There was a large wall separating the kitchen from the rest of the main floor. So our first step was to remove that wall, which allowed us to create a much larger kitchen footprint with a nice big island. And we also achieved a rear reading nook towards the back of the house. They wanted a sort of old world European quality to the renovation. And so we did that through mainly the materials that we selected. For example, we used a chiseled limestone floor tile, which adds a really nice, almost rustic character to the kitchen. And it feels very warm underfoot despite it being a tile. We went with a flat profile for all of the doors. We used pewter hardware for all of the cabinetry pulls, and we paired that with lacquered brass for all of the plumbing fixtures that we used. Again, the homeowners wanted an old world feel, so we preserved, for example, the arch that was already here in the kitchen, which we thought was appropriate. For the range hood, we actually used a custom hood insert, which allowed us to construct our own surround to house it. We finished it in a white plaster, and the oversized scale really adds drama to the space. We chose a white zellige backsplash, which we also continued as a border above other areas of the countertop. Those tiles have a handmade quality that are meant to be somewhat imperfect, so it really adds depth. In the other corner of the kitchen, we added a beverage area, a sink below the window. We added an extra secondary refrigerator underneath the countertop. We also included some open shelving for the clients to display their lovely collection of handmade pottery. They wanted to use contemporary appliances, but in order to conceal those, we chose panel-ready versions. So we covered up the fridge, the dishwasher, so they're not as readily visible. For the rear area of the kitchen, there was a lot of back and forth about how we wanted to use that space. The main thing we did is we widened the rear patio door so that we could see more to the backyard. We also wanted to add storage. The client is a big gardener, so she keeps some of her gardening supplies back there. We added a reading nook, which is a great place to hang out with either a cup of coffee or even for the kids to do a bit of homework. In the front entry, they were primarily lacking storage. So the main thing we did in there was include built-in cabinetry for coats and things to hang and even sports equipment. We were able to put in a bench for people to put on and take off shoes. We put drawers underneath it for more storage. We used a really beautiful deep green color for the cabinetry, which paired really nicely with the brick herringbone tile that we installed, again, to bring a heritage quality back to that space. We widened the entry door significantly so that now we have a nice big glass door with large transom windows on both sides, so it feels nice and bright when you walk in. We inherited a really beautiful tin ceiling that we wanted to preserve. We also kept the old original window that was part of the home. So we really embraced the old characteristics that were in there, but bringing a modern touch to things. The main thing that we accomplished in the living room was the addition of storage through millwork. We inherited a really beautiful brick fireplace box that was original to the home, but we just embraced that by including some open shelving to the left for display and holiday things. And on the right, we have closed storage just to hide things away that we don't want seen all the time. It was important to the homeowner that we also achieve a mantle, so we did that by recessing the upper portion. We knew we wanted to soften some of those lines through furniture, so we chose a round mirror with this abstract frame around it and also a round coffee table. When you walk into the space, now we have open concept living, dining, kitchen, all the way through to the rear patio door. We kept the dining space open to the other areas of the main floor, so it's a pass through between the kitchen and the living room. We wanted to keep it very minimal. It's mostly meant for family meals, and I think we achieved that. In the end, the homeowners enjoy the more open concept that we've achieved. I think removing the dining wall was the right way to go. I'm thrilled with the end result of this project. Working with these homeowners was a real joy. We'll actually be working together on another property in the near future.